Well, howdy. My name's Grandpa Wally. Yeah, it's something called The Unfinished Journey. And this part is a little series I'd like to call Talking to Myself. I got one titled, Why Don't I Do What I Tell Myself I Want to Do? You ever wonder why you don't do what you say you want to do? I wonder about that with myself all the time. Right now I'm sitting here trying to come up with a reason why I want to be on YouTube. Seems having a reason to do something is most often a good thing. Though I do admit there have been times when, well, you know, I've done something without having a reason to do it. But I mean, really, what's the attraction? Hell, at 76, you'd think I'd be able to figure out what the reason is. I can explain why I like acoustic guitars, beer, and pretty women. But I'll be danged if I can tell you why I want to be on YouTube. I'm wondering if it's like a kid wanting a toy just because it's bright and shiny. Not much of a reason if you ask me. Nope, not much of a reason at all. But ain't that what I'm dancing around? Ain't that me wanting that bright, shiny toy called YouTube? Maybe I don't need a reason. Maybe it's okay if I just want to be on YouTube. Me being me, I don't think I've ever thought about it in just exactly that way before. Now I can tell you one thing. I've got enough ways of avoiding the whole thing that I can make you just wander on off, wondering how I ever get anything done. You can't imagine the excuses I can come up with. It's everything from I ain't near pretty enough to be on YouTube to I ain't got a damn thing worth talking about. No one wants to hear what I've got to say is a big one. Hell, there might be something to that one. Sometimes I don't want to hear what I got to say. Then there's things like I don't have the right gear to make those fancy videos. Somewhere along the way I slip into thinking I'm just gonna watch one more video about why I should start a YouTube channel and then I'll be ready. By the time I've watched another video on everything from having the right microphone to how to create the God's honest, most perfect thumbnail ever, it's time for bed. Again. The thing is, all of that avoids the question of why I want to hit record and be on YouTube. I guess I've spent my entire life not figuring out why for most everything I've done. Don't ask why, just do it. Thing is that with this YouTube thing, I don't have someone standing next to me saying, here's the shovel, now dig. This one's on me. But I've always been someone who asks, why? Though I tell you I don't often get much of an answer beyond because. That's an answer that's never sat right with me. Still, I've gone with the because most all of my life. It's most always left me, well, somehow empty. I guess I can say I've ended up with something less than a fulfilling life from all of that. Going way back in my days, I once told myself I was going to be a photographer that would travel around the world writing stories and taking pictures. That excited the daylights out of me, but I didn't know how someone does that. So in the end, I didn't try to figure it out. I just didn't do it. When I got out of the Navy, I told myself what I wanted to do was get an old school bus and fix it up so I could live in it and drive across the country playing my guitar and doing odd jobs along the way. No one I knew did that sort of thing, and I didn't know how to do it on my own, so instead I did what I thought was expected of me. Went back to where I'd come from, got married, and tried to do what I thought I was supposed to do. Thing is, it turns out that I didn't know how to do that all that well either. In the end, when I'm honest with myself, I never stopped to ask myself why when it came to my life. What I did was what I thought everyone expected of me, what I thought I was supposed to do. Turns out not asking why can be important, damn important. I suppose that in the end, I keep waiting for the moment when I amaze myself and gush out loud to no one, "Damn, this is good." I keep waiting for validation from others that I know I'll never fully accept. I keep waiting for validation from myself, which is something I've never given me. And now, here I am, in the same place I found myself so damn often, asking why. Why am I sitting in front of this camera talking about the fact that I keep avoiding something I tell myself I want to do? I've always told myself that everyone but me has got all their whys figured out. They know why they're doing what they're doing. Of course, now, if that were true, then why is the pop psychology do-it-yourself section in the bookstores as big as it is? Now that makes me chuckle. For me, the whys never end. Anyway, that's the question I've been asking myself today. I keep asking myself, why don't I do what I say I want to do? Now I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe you've been asking yourself some of those same sorts of questions. Drop me a comment and let me know what you've been wondering about. I'm here at the Unfinished Journey, and this is Grandpa Wally talking to myself.